The Grand Canal mattered because it connected two of China's most important geographic worlds. Stretching from the fertile Yangtze River basin in the south to the political centers of the north, it became the longest artificial waterway ever built. Geography had divided China into separate river systems that naturally flowed in different directions. Moving resources between them was slow, expensive, and often unreliable. The Grand Canal changed that reality by creating a continuous transportation corridor that linked distant regions together. More than a canal, it became a tool that helped unite an empire across vast distances. China's greatest agricultural and political regions were not located along a single river. The Yangtze Basin produced enormous quantities of grain and wealth, while northern capitals concentrated political and military power. Transporting resources between these regions required crossing long distances and multiple waterways. Geography created both opportunity and difficulty. The challenge was not producing food, but moving it efficiently. The Grand Canal emerged as a solution that allowed goods, people, and government resources to flow between north and south on an unprecedented scale. Rather than cutting directly across mountains or difficult terrain, the canal followed broad plains and existing waterways wherever possible. Builders took advantage of the natural landscape, connecting rivers and lakes into a single transportation network. This approach reduced obstacles while maximizing efficiency. Geography determined where the canal could realistically be built, while engineering transformed those possibilities into reality. The result was a route that linked distant regions and became one of the most important infrastructure projects in world history. One of the greatest geographic challenges was the Yellow River. For centuries, it was known for devastating floods and dramatic changes in course. Settlements, farmland, and transportation routes often faced disruption from its unpredictable behavior. Any north-south transportation system had to overcome this obstacle. The canal was designed to navigate around and across this difficult environment, allowing movement even when natural conditions created uncertainty. Geography made the Yellow River a barrier, but the canal reduced its ability to isolate regions from one another. The Yangtze River basin was one of the most productive regions in Asia. Fertile farmland, favorable climate, and dense populations generated enormous agricultural surpluses. Grain production in the south became critical for supporting cities and governments elsewhere in China. However, production alone was not enough. Resources had to be transported efficiently over long distances. Geography concentrated wealth in the Yangtze region, while the canal provided a reliable route to distribute that wealth throughout the empire. Much of eastern China consists of broad lowland plains. Unlike mountainous regions where transportation is restricted by terrain, these flatter landscapes provided favorable conditions for large-scale construction. Builders could create long canal sections with relatively few natural barriers. Geography, therefore, did not merely create challenges, it also provided opportunities. The existence of these plains made it possible to construct and maintain an interconnected waterway system stretching for thousands of kilometers. The canal's greatest achievement was linking multiple river systems into a unified network. Rivers that once served separate regions became connected through engineered channels and waterways. Geography had originally divided these river basins, but the canal transformed them into parts of a larger economic and political network. Some waterways shaped history by moving armies. The Grand Canal shaped history by moving food. Southern China produced enormous amounts of grain, but the empire's political center often lay far to the north. The solution was the Grand Canal. Grain from the fertile Yangtze region could travel north through a continuous waterway system. The Grand Canal turned geography into an advantage. By linking China's richest farmland with its political centers, it helped sustain cities, governments, and imperial power for centuries. Most rivers separate regions, the Grand Canal connected them. China's major rivers belong to different watersheds. Goods moving north and south often had to cross natural geographic boundaries. The Grand Canal linked these separate river systems together. Waterways that once ended in different regions became part of one continuous route. The Grand Canal succeeded because it connected natural waterways rather than replacing them. Geography created separate river worlds. The canal turned them into one network. Some cities grew beside rivers. These cities grew because they sat on one of history's greatest canals. The Grand Canal became a transportation corridor linking distant regions. Trade naturally concentrated at important stops along the route. Cities such as Suzhou, Yangzhou, and Huai'an became major commercial centers because goods, merchants, and travelers continuously passed through them. The Grand Canal shaped urban geography across eastern China. For centuries, prosperity followed the water, and many of the canal's cities became among the most important in the empire. Some empires were united by roads. Imperial China was united by water. China's population, economy, and political centers were spread across enormous distances. Geography made communication and transportation difficult. The Grand Canal linked distant regions through a single transportation corridor. Officials, taxes, military supplies, and information could move more efficiently across the empire. The Grand Canal did more than transport goods. It helped connect distant regions into a functioning state. Geography created separation. The canal helped create unity. The Grand Canal shaped Chinese history because it reduced the power of distance and geographic separation. Regions that had once operated largely within their own river systems became connected through a continuous transportation network. Grain, goods, officials, and information could move more efficiently than ever before. The canal strengthened economic integration and helped governments maintain control across large territories. What geography had divided, the canal helped bring together.